11th Hour, an audio drama by Patricia, Asedegbega.
Episode 9.
There was a silence in the car as her father drove them to Jacob's residence. Helen had barely slept the previous night, tying up loose ends with Solomon and thinking of all that was about to happen. She had tried to talk to her father the previous day, but his friends had taken him out to celebrate a business deal, and he hadn't been home. He'd only arrived to pick up both women. They arrived at the house, and as they crossed the massive grounds, Helen thought that it would be the last time that she would do that. They were escorted by a member of Jacob's staff into one of the living rooms. Helen sat nervously on the edge of the sofa. She had rehearsed her speech over and over again. It was best that she got it out of the way before dinner, so her family and her could leave with as much dignity as they could muster.
Good evening.
Good evening, Chris. It's been a while. I haven't seen you the last week.
Yes, I am so sorry, sir. It has been an unusual week. What can I offer you?
It's a long...
Helen stopped listening to the exchange as Tunda and Jude walked in and respectfully greeted her parents. What were they doing there? She couldn't continue having her internal anxiety attack as her soon-to-be ex-in-laws walked in and her focus shifted to them. Helen got up to greet them. Chris's mother gave her a hug. Helen smiled weakly at her. The sinking feeling in Helen's stomach intensified as she glanced at Chris's friends. Had the neighbors also been invited to watch the spectacle about to unfold?
Finally, we can sit and tie all the loose ends. It's so difficult to get these children in the same room lately, and there's so much to do. Bisola, are you feeling fine? Just a slight headache. But don't worry, I took something before leaving home. Oh, sorry to hear that. Tunde, Jude, it's nice to have you here. I hope you don't get bored. We are basically going to go through every single detail of the wedding. I'm sure you can be of help to us, especially as your groomsmen.
Mrs. Jacobs smiled at both men. Helen looked at them. It really wasn't necessary for them to witness this fiasco. The doorbell was heard, and a moment later, Bettina walked in. Everyone except Helen's family was left speechless for a moment. Helen's stepmother, who was sitting beside her, leaned towards her.
Who's that?
That's Chris's ex-girlfriend.
Bisola Adeleke opened her mouth in shock. It felt like she was about to say something, but Chris's mother beat her to it.
Bettina, what are you doing here? I'm sorry, Chris, if you invited her. This is most inappropriate. You'll have to ask her to leave. I'm so sorry, Helen. I had no idea.
Mom, I have no idea what she's doing here. Bettina, like my mother said, this is a private family affair. If you need something, just call my office, eh?
Oh, she can't stay. After all, she's been very present in our lives of late. I actually did ask your secretary to let the information slip that the families would be meeting and that Chris wouldn't be averse to seeing her. I knew she'd take the bait.
Is there something going on?
Felicita asked. She had been looking from one to the other. Helen was about to start her rehearsed speech, but Chris beat her to it.
Actually, Tunde has something to say. Tunde, go on.
Good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
Helen, I owe you an apology. It doesn't matter that you've heard our conversation. I should never have said what I said in the first place. But I'd like to clarify what Chris and I said about you being ordinary looking. I was, ordinary looking, and my daughter in the same sentence. My Helen. I don't understand. What is going on? What is going on here? Helen, don't think I haven't been seeing you with long faces at home. So, Chris, you said my daughter, my own daughter, was ordinary looking. See, let me tell you, young man. I had better like your explanation. Because, if not, Helen, I won't be walking you to the altar if you insist on marrying him. Rather, what nonsense.
Helen's father got up, visibly upset, not even understanding what was going on, but sensing that someone had slighted her. The atmosphere in the room had changed, and everyone was looking at Tunde and Chris. Bisola was trying to get her husband to sit down. Helen observed her, but her stepmother avoided her eyes.
I want to apologize, sir. My attitude towards her was in no way appropriate. I didn't welcome you to our fold, Helen, but I want to explain what was said. I believed that Chris was just whiling away time then. But that was my assumption. I was afraid that he was about to make a mistake. So I said those words that you weren't meant to hear. From what I understand, you didn't stay to hear all of Chris's reply. What he said was, "Yes, I think she's an ordinary looking girl." Then he paused. And I think that's where you left. Because he continued. But I get that you see her that way. Because all your relationships have been most superficial. Believe me, there is nothing ordinary about Helen. And if you feel that way, then I really don't want you to be a groomsman at our wedding. Because Tunde, get this into that thick skull of yours. This wedding is happening. Not because I have to, but because I want to. Never wanted to marry anyone more actually.
Helen had been looking down, not really wanting to hear an elaboration of what was ordinary about her. She hadn't been expecting it to go that way. She looked up, surprised. There was a silence in the room. Chris's family hadn't an inkling about what had been going on behind the scenes, so they were still trying to digest everything that was being said. Helen decided that it was time to say what she had gone there to say.
I came here for 2 reasons. One of them I'd like to reveal now, and the second I think will probably not need an explanation when I'm done. The words I heard Tunde and Chris say made me question what I was doing, and why Chris wanted to marry me, even my own motives for marrying him. Tunde said that Bettina was back, and it felt like it was the right time for me to just walk away gracefully. Especially as Chris refused to put my mind at rest. At least, well, not the way that I wanted him to. So, I started looking into why they broke up to begin with. Chris believes that Bettina was unfaithful, but that isn't what really happened. Is it, Bettina?
I have no idea what you're talking about, oh. I made a mistake, a terrible one, and I believe that one has to try, as long as there isn't any marriage yet, to make amends. I had to come and speak to Chris and see if there was still a chance for us. I owed it to both of us.
Wait. I believe I made my feelings quite clear. There is nothing to talk about. The cheating happened. True, it affected me then. But it's water under the bridge now. I don't understand all this drama. Even if there was no Helen in the scene, I wouldn't go back to whatever we have. Bettina, surely you must know that trust for me is everything. But like I told you more than once, I am marrying Helen. Because I want to. And I love her.
Well, except she didn't.
Didn't what?
Cheat on you.
Helen, what are you talking about? I saw the photographs, and Bettina confessed it all.
Oh yes, she did. Because it was much better to admit a mistake. An error of judgment, if you want to call it that, than to admit to a crime. Bettina, your second mistake was to come back. But you just couldn't let things be. The idea that your Chris could say I do to another woman, one that you didn't think was of your class. No, that was something that you just couldn't stomach.
Well, I can see that you have some mental issues and you just make stuff up. As this is evidently a family affair, I will be on my way and leave you all to it.
Come, sit here, young lady. I have no idea what's going on, but I, for one, I want to hear what Helen has to say. It's true.
It really was all cleverly put together. And thanks to a contact and a new friend, I was able to uncover a very sinister plot. You see, Bettina here went into business with an unknown partner, presented to her by an acquaintance, who claimed to have made a lot of money from a series of investments with that person. So, Bettina here persuaded her father to give her 40 million naira, saying that it was to open up her business.
Well?
Her father accepted on the condition that it was to be a loan. I suspect that Bettina has tried similar stunts in the past with him. Because this person disappeared with her money, stopped answering emails, and disconnected the phone number that she had been given. Of course, Bettina couldn't tell her father what had happened. And...
Hold on. Hold on just a quick second. I remember she asked me for a loan. I'm recalling vividly.
Come on, Jude.
That was a month about the time you guys broke up.
Yes.
I gave her 5 million naira. Bettina, I want my money back.
Since when has making a bad investment become a crime? Sadly, there are just too many ghost businesses around, and I fell victim to it. I should have investigated more, but I trusted my friend, who was also duped by this fake investor. We weren't the only ones. There were like 10 of us. Calm down, Jude. Be calming down. I'll pay you soon.
Except your father asked you for a report on what you had done with the money. I suspect that when it felt that you were being evasive, he insisted. Especially as he too had run into some financial problems and needed it back. Just about the time you met this individual.
Whoa, hold on. This is the guy she had an affair with.
No, there was never an affair. Now, take a look at this other man.
Who?
Do you see a resemblance?
Who?
As Helen spoke, she laid out other photographs on the table. With a sudden movement, Bettina made for the door, but a tall, bald, and burly man blocked her exit.
Everyone, meet Mr. Solomon.
Hi.
Hi, good day, Mr. Solomon.
Good day.
He's the one that helped me discover everything. He owns a security firm and a detective agency. That's one of the famous Obadi gang members.
Oh, Bettina.
Well?
The man in the picture with Bettina is his brother. I'm sure you can see the resemblance.
Yeah.
So shortly after Bettina left, they were all arrested for the kidnapping of Chief Olayemi.
What?
That case was highly publicized. Apparently, the police got a tip from someone outside the country. All of Solomon's findings are in this file.
So you are telling me that this thing here is behind or was behind the whole kidnap attempt on my wife?
It was a done deal. The note was pushed through the gate by someone who had been paid to do so. Someone not at all connected with the Obasi family. Only, Mrs. Jacobs, you changed your plans midway to the gym.
Thank God.
You turned around. Why did you?
I can't believe this. Bettina. I remember. You called me that morning to ask me where I was. And to see if I would be free for lunch. I told you that I was about to leave for the gym. I remember. I would let you know when I was through. You knew of my weekly Tuesdays and Thursdays habit. Wow. So you're a criminal.
Absolutely.
You almost married my son.
Oh, gosh.
I remember. Claire called me that morning. Jimmy, my husband's cousin, died that very morning. And so I went back home. just go to the gym. Chris! Call the police! Call the police right now!
Chris was looking at Bettina in shock, as was everyone else. The room had gone quiet, and Bettina fell on her knees.
Please,
She must spend time in jail.
Mommy, please. It was just a terrible mistake. I'm not a criminal. I was just desperate. Please don't call the police.
Who's your
My
mommy?
father.
Who is your mommy? See, look around you. Only the people I betted and Helen can call me that.
Mommy.
I am Mrs. Jacobs to you. Wait. Bettina, a week later, after the letter came in, Chief Olayemi was kidnapped. Darling, he's your good friend, right? Maybe Bettina gave them information on him.
Everyone was looking at Bettina, who had definitely decided that silence was the best defense. Chris picked up the file and started reading it. Bettina had started crying, and Helen looked over at her father and stepmother. They were just staring in shock at Bettina.
For the life of me, I don't understand how getting involved with kidnappers and putting the life of my mother in danger was a better option than just coming to me and asking me for the money. Exactly! I mean, how did you go from being a victim of fraud to a criminal?
Chris had spoken in a quiet voice. Helen looked up at him. There was an anger in his eyes. Bettina seemed to cower under his gaze.
I planned it that no harm would come to your mother.
What?
Believe me, they were going to keep her in a hotel. Every possible comfort.
No harm. No harm.
No harm.
Felicita spoke up and rushed towards Bettina. Her intent was quite clear, but her sister Kemi came between them.
Don't touch her. Don't touch her. She's lost everything. Tomorrow, this will be on the front page of every newspaper. Bettina, you've always liked the spotlight. Enjoy this one.
Kemi shook her head in disappointment.
You bought me a car for my birthday and even given me 20 million naira, which I added to what my dad gave to me. I lost all that. I thought nothing would happen. You'd pay up, your mom would be safe, and it will all be forgotten. But then, your mom didn't go to the gym that day, and the note had been sent. It became too risky to try again, and they said I had to give them another person. But I did the right thing in the end. I reported them. I saw how stupid I had been. Please, don't call the police.
Can you hear yourself? Do you hear yourself?
And is this the right time to eat your ice cream? How can one pause just before revealing how it ended?
Wait, you have 3 newspapers on the table in front of you and you are still asking how it ended.
Oh, I don't know who called the police. My father looked at us and said, "This is a family matter. Let them sort themselves out. Let's give them some privacy." We quietly found our way out of the place. And as we were leaving, you should have seen the way my father glared at Tunde. Hey, the man took various steps back.
So, what about the wedding?
Gladys dropped her phone as she had gone online to do some more snooping about what was being reported on the scandal. Both girls looked at their friends expectantly.
Oh, I actually didn't get to make my announcement too. With all that had happened, it seemed most inappropriate.
So, for all intents and purposes, people are still getting ready to witness you walk down the aisle in less than 3 weeks.
Thank you for listening. Helen and Co. will be back very soon with the rest of their story. Hey, don't go anywhere. Not without subscribing, liking, hitting the bell button for notification, and leaving a comment, my people.